we good? Cool. My whole life I've wondered how this wandering heart could turn around. It's all.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Natasha, and I am a homeschooling mom of 2 kids, ages 12 and 15. We have been homeschooling for 8 years, and on my channel, I'm hoping to share tips about homeschooling, a little bit of our curriculum, daily schedules, and a little bit of our day-to-day life. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the space that we use for homeschooling. About 2 years ago, we decided to give up our official homeschool room so that my husband could use it as a home office. And so I'm going to show you the area that we've been using, which is our dining room area, and then a little, not exactly a room, but a little bit of space off of our living room. So here we go. Okay, so this is our dining room table, and this is where we sit to do our school. In this pantry is a chalkboard pantry, but to be honest with you, we don't really utilize that very much. So the kids will get their work and come over here and sit down to do their school. Okay, and then this is the space where we keep all of our homeschool supplies. I got the shelving system at IKEA, and then in addition, I got these 2 other small bookshelves also at IKEA for my kids to keep their stuff at. So I guess we'll start with the bins up there. This bin on the left, I'm not going to pull them all out, but this has construction paper in it. This one here has different puzzles in it. That middle one is kind of just a catch-all of my stuff, important papers and files and stuff. In this one and in this one both are educational games and supplies. So, and then in this drawer, so it has like pens, highlighters, crayons, pastels, our extra markers, Sharpies, and so everything is somewhat organized, but again, the kids are in here often, so it's kind of hard to keep it organized all the time. And then up here, these are just some blank notebooks. And then this is the hard copy of the Uncomplicated Homeschool Planner, which I use, but I use the PDF copy. And then I have some of our curriculum for next year. These are just some extra binders. On this shelf here is where I keep all of my teacher editions and answer keys for stuff. So this is just basically my shelf where I keep everything that I would need. And then this is my planner. And if you want to see inside this planner, I filmed a video showing the different planners that I've used. And then I can link that for you so you guys can see a little more in depth. On this shelf is basically curriculum that we are not using yet. We homeschool year round, so we'll probably be ready to start the new cycle of curriculum probably in August or September, I would think. In this bin in here, we have our other flashcards that they're not working on yet from The Good and the Beautiful. We have our history game for The Good and the Beautiful, which we haven't started this yet. We have some history DVDs. And then we have Magic Schoolhouse, Liberty's Kids, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, and then I also have some different music, and we will swap these out in our morning basket too. So, and then I just have some other miscellaneous stuff in here, extra index cards, extra index card holders. That's pretty much it in this drawer. On this shelf are just some of my own personal books, just some homeschooling resources, some personal resources, things like that. On this one is also, these are for next year. These are just some resource books for the children. These are for next year. just resources, and then these are also for next year. So a lot of the curriculum that I have on my shelf, like most of these, are things that I've already used with my daughter, but I am holding on to be able to use with my son as well. And that's the same for this shelf. And then this is my like master binder, and I have pockets in here for different things for the kids, and then this is where I store all of their like important papers and stuff. This one is another one that is just my own personal books. Down here, this is our morning basket like shelf. So I have some of the new resources that we're going to start using, and then some of the ones that we're currently using. And I do have a video for this one as well that will show you inside some of these books, not all of them, and I can link that below as well. On this shelf, again, I have some things that my daughter has used that I'm holding on for my son. And then this is going to be for my daughter for next year. She's going to be doing some baking curriculum. And then in this bin, this is kind of my personal bin, and then just kind of a catch-all too. But I have my Erin Condren planner, my iPad, and then I just have some random things in here. I have my laminator, the pencil sharpener, some extra paper, and of course our pencils. So this is just an easy drawer. I also have our printer paper and stuff like that. Okay. In this I have the incentives that I use for the kids. So these are just little miniature erasers in all kinds of different like shapes, and some of them are like animals. So the deal is that if the kids finish everything that's scheduled for their week, then at the end of the week they can come and pick out a prize. And then the other thing that I have is actually, this is to store photos in, but my kids are using it for their flashcards for some of the different subjects. And unfortunately, the flashcards that we use for the Good and the Beautiful don't actually fit into the cases. So my kids have just been storing them in bags on top of there. Over here again, I just have some more resource books. We really love this Who Was series, and so we have a ton of these as well. And that's pretty much all you're going to find on the bottom shelves as well. Again, these are resource books just for my kids to be able to read through, or their curriculum that I've already used with my daughter that I am holding on to use with my son. And then in here we have a shelf of cookbooks. In this bottom drawer is my kids' craft drawer. So it's kind of a, this is probably our messiest drawer, but I tried to keep some stuff organized in here, but they're in here a lot, so it's kind of hard. Down here are the binders that go with some of the curriculum that I'm holding on to, and the same here. And then down here is my holiday binder, and then in the pink folder is my daughter's portfolio, and in the green folder is my son's portfolio that I update each year. And then in this last bin are just building blocks for my son to use. He uses these when we do read alouds, just to keep his hands kind of busy. So, okay, if we come over to the shelving system, normally my MacBook sits up there, and then we have our globe. And then on this shelf is all of the current curriculum that my son is working on. Like I said, we homeschool year round, so we're still finishing up some things, but he has his Good and the Beautiful. He's working out of both of these math books. This is his science. Spelling UC. He wanted to do some Greek mythology, multiplication, just right, reading fundamentals. This is his handwriting book. So as you can see, he just has everything that we're currently still finishing up is on the shelf for him. And then down here he has some books that he either asked to keep or that I just haven't gone through yet and had time to clear through some of them. So, and then down here, these are some He bought this after we went on a field trip, and then these are just some books and some resource books for him. And then down here, and these are probably super messy, but as you can see, this is what they carry to the table every day. So it has like their colored pencils, flashcards, scissors, stuff like that. And so they carry this to the table every day so that they have it to do their school. And then we have my daughter's stuff. So on her shelf, she also has the current curriculum that she is working with and finishing up. So she has like her notebooks, her Good and the Beautiful, her Spelling EC, Yay Math Algebra 2, her Friendly Biology, IEW, her Fix-It Grammar, and then she has a couple binders, and then she also has her laptop up here. And then these are also books that she's either currently working on or that she's asked to keep. And then down here, she has the Babysitter Club series. And then she has the same bin as my son, but she typically uses her Erin Condren bag, has all of her pencils and stuff in it. So she usually brings that to the table. So that is pretty much our homeschooling space. As you can see, everything is semi-organized on the shelves here. And then of course they each have their own individual bookcase that holds their stuff. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe below so that you can catch our other videos.